Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Matt, and I'm back with another Boruto review. This one's gonna be for episode 25, so let's get right into it. So, episode 23, we got in my opinion, best episode of the series, and in this episode, we get a field trip. And the thing about it is, I wouldn't mind if this field trip arc. Wow, I can't believe I literally just said field trip arc, but that's what it is. I really wouldn't mind if it only lasted an episode, but I'm really not. I'm not looking forward to this, guys. Like I said in my last review, when you know that you're only gonna see the characters in a filler arc for maybe 5 or 8 episodes, you're just not gonna be on the edge of your seat for that, because you know they don't mean anything to the story. But I'll talk more about that some other time. For now, let me just focus on this episode. So I did think it was kind of funny how Naruto called out Boruto on how trash Boruto is at pranks, because Naruto back in the day, I think it was it was the very first episode where Naruto stole that ninja scroll with nobody noticing. This kid stole a secret ninja scroll in the village with nobody noticing. Meanwhile, Boruto just stays behind the window instead of leaving so that everybody can notice him. It's like he played Ding Dong Ditch and forgot to ditch. Anyway, in the next scene, Shino tells the class that he would like for them to pick a student leader for the field trip. And Sarada selects Boruto because he's the main character, and the last arc was about her, so I guess we need to remind the audience that this is Boruto Naruto Next Generations and not Sarada Naruto Next Generations, I guess. By the way, this is something I was wondering before I started reviewing the series, but why is Boruto always calling Sumire a class rep? I'm assuming it's just out of respect, but dude, you saved her from going all the way to the dark side. Like, just call it Sumire for once, bro. Anyway, when they finally get on the ship, I like the scene with Boruto and Sarada when they're talking about each other's dads. Just cause I like the dynamic of Boruto thinking Sasuke is cool and Sarada thinking Naruto is cool, but they think each other's dads are lame. But again, we've seen that since the movie, so it's nothing new, but I still like that dynamic anyway. And I also thought it was kind of funny when Boruto started mocking Sarada, then he started chasing after her on a literal ship just to knock us over the head with the fact that they're gonna be shipped in the future. So yeah, I did think that was kind of funny. So anyway, they finally dock at the Hit and Miss Village, and I have to admit, this place does look very modern. One of the things I always wondered about the Naruto series is what time period does it take place in? For Boruto, I would say it takes place today. It's just 2017 with a bunch of ninjas running around. But in the beginning of part one, I always wondered because I didn't really see anything that was like in modern day society. But at the same time, I was thinking ninjas like to be very stealthy and practical, and there's nothing stealthy about driving a car around on a mission instead of jumping from tree to tree, I guess. But anyway, more about the episode. So when they all step foot on the Hit and Miss Village, they meet this guy named Kagura, and he looks just like the Mizukage, except a different haircut, basically. I mean, he even has the same scar on the left side of his face. It's just a different color. And and he also carries a sword, so I guess that makes him different. I believe it's the fourth Mizukage that I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, I think it's the fourth one. Anyway, Kagura shows him around the village. They take pictures, and Boruto finds out he's a Kagemasa fan. Wow, I never thought we would see that or hear about that character again. So I'm surprised, but not really that entertained because I wasn't a big fan of that Kagemasa episode back then because at that point I was getting tired of the whole villain of the week thing, and I'm not that interested in Kagemasa now, so I don't care that much. So anyway, at the end, Boruto, Iwabe, and Denke are walking down a dark alley because that's always a good idea. And Iwabe's on edge because he knows about the past of the Hit and Miss Village. Then Boruto literally bumps into the filler villains whose names we find out are Shizuma and Hasuku. And Shizuma compliments Boruto on his eyes just like everyone else. And then he leaves and someone uses the hidden miss jutsu. And the episode pretty much ends there. So, yeah. In summary, we find out Boruto sucks at doing pranks. There's more shipping between Boruto and Sarada. We see that the Hidden Mist village is modern, and we meet the filler villains for this arc. And with that being said, not a whole lot happened this episode, so I'm gonna keep this review short. And again, I just wanted to mention I don't like to keep comparing it to part one, but it's the same series, so I have to. The thing is, like, part one, by this time we were at the Chunin exams, arguably the best arc in anime, period. And at this point, Shippuden, I think Gar was dead, and we had that Sasori and versus Lady Chio and Sakura fight. But in Boruto, we're at the Hidden Mist Village. I just, it's just not as gritty and entertaining as I would like for it to be. But the next episode seems more interesting, so hopefully it is. But yeah, the art and animation was decent until the very last scene. I thought it was really cool, really fluid, and music was on point as usual. So I thought this episode overall was okay, and okay on my scale is a 6 out of 10. So that's what I'm gonna give it. But anyways, if you guys like this video, be sure to leave a like. If you guys want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And with that being said, this has been Matt, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.